Oh, it is Tuesday, and I'm currently out of breath. Or no, it's not Tuesday today. Oh, it's Wednesday. If that doesn't tell you how this week has been already, I don't know what will. Yesterday, Tuesday, I didn't get a chance to film. I've been working on an event I'm holding in February. I'll give more details as it gets closer, but I've just been shooting off emails. I started a new volunteer opportunity. So yesterday I was just going down the list of things that needed to be done. And today I am getting things ready to start getting our holiday display up, hopefully this weekend. I have an idea in my head that I'm really hoping I can make come to fruition. You have these grand ideas, and implementing them and getting them out can be disappointing if it's not exactly the way you want it. Now, my inspiration this year, I was trying not to get too far ahead of myself. I tried to come up with these massively elaborate window displays, and then I get stressed and anxious. So this time around, I just let the idea just kind of come to me. I was looking at inspiration, seeing what made me happy, and I came across this album cover, and I'll post it here. And this is a Lawrence Welk album. And here in the Midwest, especially North Dakota, Lawrence Welk is a local, or was a local celebrity, still is if you watch his shows on PBS reruns. But this album cover gave me an idea, and it holds a really special place in my heart. Now, Lawrence Welk isn't everyone's cup of tea, but for me, his show has, and music has sentimental value. Before my grandpa passed away, every Sunday we would go up to his little assisted living apartment, and we would watch Lawrence Welk on their reruns, and it was, I swear, for a year straight, every Sunday, me and my mom would fill his medications up for the week, and we would watch Lawrence Welk and talk about the music, and I would just look in awe at the costumes. So this is kind of an ode to my grandparents, and I've been really thinking a lot about my experiences growing up here where I am in downtown Fargo, and kind of what shaped my view of it. And my grandparents really were a class act in professionalism, how to treat your neighbors, how to treat your business associates. And it's something that I think I want to put out there more this year. Now, they used to work at AAA Travel Agency as travel agents for decades. And I remember being a little girl, running around their office, taking all the brochures, looking out their windows. My grandpa had a basement office that had wood paneling everywhere. It was amazing. I actually met a business owner who eventually took over the space when AAA finally closed in Fargo. And when they were doing renovations on the space down in that basement, he said he found a bunch of, I think it was either whiskey or scotch bottles up in the ceiling. And my grandpa had been there for decades, so could have been his. I don't know. But they were super active in our downtown, and they were wonderful people. They helped a lot of people. I would be in college driving down our main strip, Broadway, past their office at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. I was a college student going out and partying, and I would look in the windows, and my grandma would be at her desk working. And this was before online booking. You booked through a travel agent, and if anything went wrong, they took care of it for you. You weren't just left by yourself to figure it out. So I'll put in some pictures, if I haven't already, of them and their office and what they did. And this window and that album, this is a dedication to them, and they were influential in how I was raised, how I treat my business and people coming into it. Business is hard. A lot of things happen that you just have to take the hit on the chin and keep going. And you keep going forward. And that's what they taught me, and you do it in style. So this is a dedication to them. And while I don't know if my grandpa would wear a suit like this button-down shirt is actually, or was, I should say. I talk about my grandparents like they're still here because their memory is very fresh to me. And I feel like they never really left. But that's a whole other conversation. But this was actually his shirt. And it just shows he had tremendous style. And I'd like to think at some point, maybe for a holiday party, if he really wanted to be flamboyant, he would have worn this. But I'm going to start dressing the women's mannequin and just poke around at this for now, and then kind of show a little bit of what I am going to do and how I'm going to get this window set up. Now, I ordered yesterday some metallic Christmas trees that I believe are going to get here tomorrow. And I don't have a lot of space, as you can tell, so those are going to stay in the box until I'm ready to get the window display going. But also arriving this week is our very next original cardigan in knitwear design. I'm really excited about it, just in time for the holidays. A lot going on this week. I have my hands in a lot of different things right now, and you know, burnout is real, but at this point in time, you know, sometimes you just need to distract yourself and do things outside of work that give you a purpose, keep your mind occupied, and that's what I'm trying to do. All right, I'm going to keep changing these babies. Now I'm putting this 1950s Gigi Young beautiful lipstick red dress on this mannequin, and I wanted to point out a detail that, again, let's say it together, you don't see it in clothing nowadays, but this has a built-in little petticoat crinoline, and slipping it on, you just pin it in place right there so you don't have to wear a separate crinoline, and that's what gives it its beautiful little bubble shape. Now, in the vintage clothing haul video I did a couple videos ago, I showed this dress when we got it in and put up some pictures of vintage Balenciaga dresses and how this really reminds me of it. And now that it's fresh in my head, I'm gonna look up this label, and if I find anything interesting, I'll pop it in here. But I wanted to just give a little peek at the interior of this dress. It's beautiful. All right, now keep in mind this dress has been in a bag and looks like it hadn't been worn since it was originally dry cleaned, so I'm letting it breathe a bit, letting the crinoline just kind of do its thing, but you can get an idea of just how stunning this dress is. Now, it's very petite in the waist, especially. The waist is a little hard to zip this up, but the shoulders are really good width, and it's roomy in the bust. So this dress definitely would have been worn with a girdle and more than likely a waist cincher to get that itsy bitsy tiny little waist. Now with this particular piece, sorry, I see a thread that distracted me. I have a little bit of mending here and there before I get it up in the window, but I wanted to put this up, start getting these ready because I want to do my window display this Sunday. I normally don't like to get my Christmas window displays up before Black Friday. I think it's just out of principle, but I realize Black Friday's in 2 weeks and things start getting really hectic and crazy. So I know I'll just do myself a favor and start getting this up sooner rather than later. Now this blazer, I don't quite know how I feel about it yet. I have a gold Lurex one that I was going to use, but I hate putting things in the window that aren't for sale. I know how frustrating that is as a customer. And this jacket will be for sale. The gold one won't be, but we'll see how this goes. He kind of looks like Hugh Hefner right now. So I might have to figure something out to make him look a little less Hugh Hefner and more like my grandpa. But with this beautiful dress, let it breathe, and I am going to accessorize it. Probably just heavy rhinestone jewelry, but I'm gonna leave the heads bare. I kind of like just having that part of it uniform, not slapping a wig or a hat on it, just keeping it simple and about the clothing. I'm really excited I finally got this piece on the mannequin. Now the fun part will be picking up the jewelry. You've probably seen over here, I have all of these iridescent Christmas bulbs, and I actually used these in a previous window display. I don't know if I even have a photo of it. If by some chance I do, I'll post it, but I've noticed I've been going through my phone and deleting a lot of things lately, so if I can dig it out, I will. But I used these in a previous display as champagne bubbles. I made this massive cardboard champagne glass. I personally think it looked like crap, but I couldn't afford to do anything else. But I hung these up with fishing line from the ceiling of my windows, and it looked really beautiful. So I'm gonna have these on some fishing line, hanging up around the trees. I have my little martini glasses over there. Now I know those are supposed to be champagne bubbles, and I think I have some champagne flutes at home. I don't like purchasing things. I would rather use what I have here, with the exception of those Christmas trees, because that's obviously something I don't have on hand. But I think it's shaping up pretty nicely. Still don't know how I feel about this. I'll probably end up changing my grandpa's shirt under it. I really don't want to. I don't know. I'll see how I'm feeling closer to, but it's a start. Good morning. It is Thursday. And I started off by finally accessorizing this window mannequin. Now I have a vast collection of vintage rhinestone jewelry, and very rarely do I sell any of those pieces, but this is one of those pieces I have to, because I think I have a duplicate of it. But I added that to this gorgeous dress, and then this stunning rhinestone bracelet as well. I really, really, really want to put one of the gorgeous rhinestone brooches up there, but I don't want to put a hole in the dress. And the only way I would is if the brooch is included in the dress, but I don't know. I really want to add it, but I just can't. I can't do anything to the fabric, but I think that will do for now, unless I find a necklace I prefer better. But really happy with how this came out. Overnight, I was thinking about what I wanted to do with this specific look, and I know that if I changed the shirt underneath, it'd be a little bit better, but I like having my grandpa's shirt, so I might see if I can find another one of my grandpa's shirts that is similar to this one, but maybe in black. So I'll probably be switching that up at some point, but at least the woman's mannequin is looking impeccable. Okay, so it's later in the day on Friday, and I've just been getting things ready for our holiday window, trucking along as normal, and I had a last minute buying appointment, and I want to give a quick preview. It's all purses, but there are some pretty amazing ones in here that I can't wait to show you. So I'm just giving you a quick preview. I'll be doing a small little dedicated video on them, and you'll see why. They're absolutely stunning and amazing, and they deserve to have their own time. But here's a quick little peek. That video should be out probably sometime next week, so stay tuned. All right, it is Saturday, and I came in early to start photographing the purses that we got in yesterday and putting away the clothing that I lent my friend for her film. Not sure what kind of day it's going to be today, but I plan on getting a lot of things done and accomplished, but I was really excited to come in today and start photographing all of these. I just was thinking about them all night and just how lucky I am that they found their way here. So I am going to jump right into it and get these beauties up online and on the floor. All right, so yesterday I got a bunch of vintage purses in, and to give a little bit of a sneak peek of one of the purses I received, I want to bring it to these necklaces I have been collecting lately and actually put it the right way. They are Whiting and Davis chains, and I've got another one over here. So that is just a hint of things to come for that purse video. I'm beyond excited, and I had to bring these in because I'm starting up a little bit of a collection now. All right, it's Sunday night, and as you can see, already getting into the swing of getting the holiday windows up, pulled everything out, getting it all set to go. I sprained my foot over the past week, so we'll see how well I do with a gimpy foot, but really excited to get these pieces up. Changed the men's mannequin, added my grandpa's short sleeve button down black shirt and his black pair of Dockers pants, looking really, really sharp. I'm very excited. So wish us luck. I think this time I hopefully will actually get a photo and video of what the finished window looks like this time. Fingers crossed. Okay, so it's clearly dark out and we're still putting the window together, but I wanted to show, now I said earlier that these windows are going to be dedicated to my grandparents, and in their basement after they passed away, my mom moved into their house, and in the basement are tons of full bottles of wine and champagne that they kept from their various travels. And they had 2 bottles of well, actually this one's a bottle of wine, but this one is a bottle of champagne, and they still have liquid in them. And I thought these would be a perfect addition to the front of the window, especially because my family's name is in one of these. And I have my little champagne glasses that I plan on zhuzhing up a bit. Okay, so it's a little bit later now. We have gotten the rest of the Christmas trees up, just floofing them. And I have to say, now there's been a lot of cussing and me having to go sit in a corner and cool off a bit, because as anyone who's put up a Christmas tree knows, these things, it's hell. It's hell on earth. Decorating them, great. You know, lighting them up, wonderful. But actually having to put these together is, to me, just one of the worst things. I hate doing it. It's stressful. It's annoying. But they look really beautiful and they're great. But I'm just ready for these to be done, and I don't have to touch them again for another couple of months.